Hello and welcome to another GameGuru tutorial. This is about speech. I've done one before and this is going to be very similar to that one, but it's going to actually add some animations in. So first of all I'll play it. Right, okay, we're going to walk up to it. Press E. Hello. I like turtles. Bibble. There's this chap here as well. The same with him. Like shotgun. The other word is a loony. Wibble. And I should just reset and go through it all again. And that's a bit of a talking animation there. I'll just grab some random frames out of the ones I know sort of work for talking. But anyway, you've seen it, and if you go back like that, it'll just start again with this first message, and that's pretty much how it works. Right, there we go. I'll bring the code up. Right, okay, so first of all I'm setting up a few arrays here if it wants to work for me. Yep, setting up those arrays with the little squiggly brackets. In the init I'm setting those to 0, so they've got some values to them. Then in the main I'm getting the player distance, and then if the player distance, and this goes all the way down to here, so that's checking the player distance for all these conditions. If the player distance is less than 100, then it'll run all this code. If you press E and the timer is greater than a certain thing set here, so I'm setting the timer to plus 1000 more than what the timer is, and finish equals 0, which is just a flag to say it's finished. Then it sets the timer for this again, so it keeps resetting that timer, and it'll always be plus 1000 each time you go through the stages. And then it increases the stage, so it starts at 0 obviously, so now it's at 1. Sets the animation frames to the talkie ones, and then if stage E is less than 4, which is the last stage, then it'll play the animation. If it's anything other than 4, so 5 in this case, because it goes to 5, then it won't play that particular one, because you don't want it. Basically, otherwise you'll press the button and it'll do a little talkie animation when it's not talking. So that's all that bit is for. Could consider it a bodge, but I'll put it in just to get it working as is. Simplest way. So then we go straight to stage 1, which we've set here. It goes from 0 to 1, so it's at stage 1, and it prints hello. Then it'll go through and set to stage 2, and you press the button and go to here. And I like turtles, and same for Bibble. Then once you've gone through Bibble and you press the key again, take you to stage 4, which sets finish to 1, which means it's finished, and stage to 5, so it'll ignore because there's nothing to check for 5. It sets the frames to an idle range. One of many, there's a few, and then it loops the animation, and because I've set stage E to 5 here, it'll only run that once, so it won't keep looping weirdly, which is one of those things that can happen obviously with code. And then outside of this main loop I've got if you're greater than 100 and stage E is greater than 0, then it'll reset everything so that you can start talking again from the start. That's when you walk away from the player, and the stage E is equals 0 is to stop this code running constantly, because you'll mostly be away from the players, and if you don't have this little check here for stage, then it'll constantly keep resetting it and trying to loop the animation. So it won't loop the animation, it'll get stuck as I mentioned above there. And that's it really. The prompt is just to tell you what stage it's on. As you saw at the bottom when I run it before, there was a little number that was counting up, and that's what that is. It's not needed, it's just a bit of debugging while you're going through anything with states like this. So yeah, that's it. Simple. You can tweak the animations to work as you want. You can obviously tweak the code a bit around, but that is basically a basic converse, and as I've set it up with arrays, it should pretty much work with as many people as you want. The only problem you'll get is they'll always say the same thing. So to get around that, you need to just save it as a different name. So the second soldier, I'll just save that as a different name, converse 3. You've got to remember to change these to match converse 3, and then I've just put the different text in there. Now you could have done that in more, you could count through the soldiers, get the instance numbers, but that's a lot more complicated than what I want to show here. But yeah, this is exactly the same. The only difference I think with this is this has got rotate to player E in there, which makes him turn around. So yeah, that's all done. Hopefully that'll help you. I'll put a link up for the code and everything as normal. And so until next time, I'll catch you later.